Let's talk a bit about air consolidators. Traveling internationally is a good, when you're traveling internationally, excellent idea to do is get airline consolidator tickets. Again, internationally would mean not the United States, Canada, also not Mexico, also the Caribbean. I know they're international destinations, but as far as consolidator is concerned, in the same area of the world. If you're going to go to Europe, if you're going to go to Australia, you're going to go to Africa, South America, these are places when you want to use consolidators. The fares are net. There's no tax, commission or surcharges added on top. We do that ourselves. Again, when you book these flights, they do tell you what the taxes and surcharges are. You don't have to guess what they are. And fares are seasonal, valid during the entire season. For example, if you're going to Europe, there's 3 seasons. Peak season would be from the 1st of July to the 31st of August, when most of the people are on vacation, when the weather's a lot better. But unfortunately, the airfares are a lot higher in that particular time. Low season is going to be from the 1st of November to the 3rd. Most people aren't on vacation, but then the airfares are a lot lower. And the shoulder season, usually April, May, September, October. This is the shoulder season when the weather is still, getting pretty good, and the airfares are quite reasonable. This is usually the best time to travel, April, May, September, October. And of course, if you're going to the southern hemisphere, everything's reversed. Peak season is usually from the 1st of November to the 31st of March. And low season is going to be the 1st of July to the 31st of August. Shorter seasons remain the same. Most consolidators only sell to travel agents. You do have to register for consolidator websites, and when you call consolidator, you have to give our IATA or CLIA number. But they do use the same airlines as published fares. Any airline that you would normally purchase an airline ticket from, consolidators will be using the same airlines. Again, when to use a consolidator, international flights, especially first class and business. And to give you an example, the average first class or business class, actually the average business class ticket to Europe is about $6,000 right now, round trip. You can get the same ticket with a consolidator for about $3,000 or half the price. So you can see how much your markup could be, and you can still save your client some money. Also groups, and again, consolidators vary with the amount of people in the group. Some will be 9, some of them will be 20. So again, it's best to check with a consolidator if you are planning on putting a group together. Call the consolidator directly. And again, the advantages are they do have lower airfares. We set our own commission. Now usually on a coach ticket, the most you can usually add on top is about 10 to 15% on a consolidated ticket. Again, the markup can be a lot more on first and business class tickets because the difference is a lot more between the published fare and the consolidated fares. Longer ticketing deadlines. They'll hold a reservation for you, sometimes 24, 48, 72 hours. Longer stays. On a regular airline ticket, you may only be able to stay 30 days. On consolidated tickets, you can stay 3 months, 6 months, even a year on some tickets. And no advance purchase. On a regular airline ticket, you may have to purchase the ticket 30 days or 14 days in advance. With a consolidator, doesn't matter if you buy the ticket 2 months out or 7 days out, it's going to be the same price because the contracts are already negotiated with the airlines. Disadvantage is the availability is limited. They don't have every single seat on every single plane. They only buy a block of seats on certain airlines. Stopovers and air deviations are not always allowed. You can do open jaws, but usually circle trips are not allowed on consolidated tickets. Credit card bank fees may apply. Again, some consolidators will charge a small credit card fee for using a credit card, maybe 1.5%, but some, again, on some airlines and some consolidators, they do not apply. You may be able to accrue frequent flyer mileage. Again, make a reservation or book it online. And once you have the confirmation number, you can always call the airline and give them your frequent flyer number. Or you can just take your frequent flyer card to the airport and give it to the airline when you board the plane or when you check in. When you make a reservation, again, the client information you do need the name exactly as matched on the passport. The address, they'll probably want the address and the phone number of the client. Form of payment, make sure if you're selling the ticket to a client that the agent markup has been added to the total price. Obviously, if the ticket's for yourself, you don't have to put on an agent markup. Credit card payments will probably require a photocopy of the front and back of the credit card and the driver's license. You need the dates of travel and departure and arrival cities, number of passengers and ages, any specific seating requests, frequent flyer numbers, and any other special requests. Again, when making the reservation, most fares quoted will be net. Taxes, surcharges, and commission will be needed added before the fare is quoted to a client. Again, the consolidator will tell you this before you end the reservation. Definitely obtain the cancellation and change rules. If you make the reservation online, then it's listed before you end the reservation. If you do it over the phone, they'll send you an email confirmation with these rules on. Ticketing deadline. You need to know how long they're going to hold it before you have to actually, or your client has to pay for the reservation. When reserving, always ask for an email or fax confirmation. Obviously, email confirmation is better. Give the reservationist your full name and home contact number just in case they have to contact you. And again, send in a booking form if commission has been added. This is the easiest way to do this. Again, is on our website, condotravelclub.com, and you can fill out the booking form online. Send an instant message to our office in Pulaski. So they can track the commission when it comes in, and they can forward it to you. When quoting a fare, don't forget to add to the base net fare all applicable taxes, surcharges, and credit card fees. And there's an Air Consolidator directory in the back of the Air section of your manual, and I suggest you locate this and make a note of the numbers in that particular manual. I'm also going to show you some websites right now of a couple of consolidators. So the first one I want to show you is a consolidator called Centrav. www.centrav.com. Excellent consolidator. They're based in the Midwest in Minneapolis, and they're really helpful. Now, most consolidator websites do require you to register. They want to make sure you're a bona fide travel agent connected with a bona fide travel agency before they'll let you on their website. Again, most consolidators will only sell to travel agents. The registration form is pretty simple to fill out. All you basically need to do is go ahead and click where it says register, and then fill in the boxes. Now, anytime you sign up for a website, you do need to put, when it asks you for the agency information, always put the Pulaski, New York information in there. Need the address and clear number or IATA number, and again that's 33530556, and that's shown in the introduction section in the manual. But you do have to put the Pulaski information in there. And then it's going to ask you to pick out a username and password, which is your own preference. And then they do take 24 hours to get back to you. They do want to, again, make sure you're associated with a bona fide travel agency. And once they ensure that, they will send you an email confirmation enabling you to go onto their website. I'm actually going to get on here because I'm a member of this particular, already registered for this website. And I'm going to check out an airfare for you, flight San Francisco to London. And again, if you don't know the airport code, there's a decoder here. You can click on that, put the name of the city in, and it'll tell you what the three-letter code is. I'm going to pick out a date, a departure date, and a return date. And I'm going to put one adult. Now you have a choice here of displaying fares, and it will display the fares in all the different airlines. If you click on this, I'll show you all the different airlines they have contracts with. And again, if you ever have trouble and you can't get through to a page on the website, down the bottom of this particular page is a toll-free number. You can always call the toll-free number, call them, and they'll help you and walk you through the reservation if you need it. Let's go ahead and check the first one here. And you can always click where it says availability, and we'll see what flights are available. Sometimes it takes a bit longer because it's searching through their website to check it out. And there we are, there's a couple of itineraries here. And again, these prices show the adult fare, and then T&F means taxes and fees on top. And again, if you don't like Northwest Airlines, you can always go back to the page before and choose another airline. Or you can always have the option of finding the availability at the lowest fare if you want to do that. You can always check the lowest fare on on all the airlines that they cover. And if you want to book this flight, for example, you click where it says confirm. On the next page, it's going to ask you to put the passenger name, full name, as shown on their passport. right there, and then the last name, first name, and middle name, as I said. And then it's going to ask you to, actually this is an instant ticket, so you'd have to buy this by credit card immediately. On the next page, it's going to ask you if you want to add on a agent commission. And again, the most you can usually add on top is about 10 to 15%. Once you complete this, it will send an email, they'll send you an email confirmation, usually in about an hour, confirming the reservation. They are going to ask for a copy of the front and back of the credit card, and also the driver's license. They will ask it. Most consolidators need that when you make the reservation. Once you send that to them, they will send another email confirmation with a confirmation number. And again, most tickets nowadays are electronic. You don't have physical paper tickets anymore. You have a printout which you take to the airport with you, and then you check in for the plane. And that's the way it works. This particular consolidator does have a large selection of airlines, and they're extremely helpful. Another one that's excellent that you can use is one called Consolidators Shopper. It's www.consolidatorshopper.com. And I'll just show you the front page of that one. Again, this particular one, you do have to register. Again, you do it in the same way. You register using the form on the next page where it says click new user to register. They are going to take 24 hours to get back to you again. They want to ensure you're associated with a bona fide travel agency. And again, you do have the option on here for checking more than one consolidator at a time. This particular website searches 13 to 14 consolidators. It's a mega search engine. So what you may want to do is check Centrav and then check Consolidator Shopper to see what they have available for the same flights on the same date. And again, most of the major consolidators are listed on Consolidator Shopper. Of the different consolidators, it's called Moffitts, MOFFITTS.com. Moffitts.com is an excellent website. If you know the airline and the city you're actually traveling to, then this is a great directory. You can put the city or the country you're traveling to, and it'll tell you which consolidators fly there. We're going back to Consolidator Shopper. Actually, this is again, this searches many consolidators at the same time. There's a list on the left-hand side, and what I usually do is click Select All. And again, you have the option of putting the city codes in there as well. I'm not going to go through it right now, but basically, you can put either round trip, one way, economy, business, first class, or all. And I usually check, leave it as economy. And then airlines, you have the ability to check a whole bunch of different airlines. Again, I just leave it as all because obviously we want to find the lowest fare. And then check where it says fares and availability and search. And it works in much the same way as the Centrav website does as well. The other website I want to show you gives low-cost airlines all over the world. It's www.whichbudget.com. www.whichbudget.com. Excellent website. As you can see, it's got 121 airlines, 115 countries, 776 airports, and 19,761 routes. And again, you want to fly from any of these countries to any of these countries, and it'll give you a list of all the low-cost airlines that travel in certain areas or certain countries. For example, cheap flights from Austria. If you want to find cheap flights from Vienna, it tells you where you can fly to from Vienna, and it actually gives you the name of the airline. It's Air Berlin. Actually, most of the flights out of there are Air Berlin. Or LTU. There's Hapag flies, a whole bunch of different low-cost airlines in this particular website. So again, once you book, once you select the city, it will take you to the airline concerned and able to book directly on their website. So an excellent website, www.whichbudget.com, especially good if you're traveling overseas and you need flights internally inside a certain continent or an area. So I hope this class has helped you, and definitely please, tune into our other classes, WebEx or either live. Again, we're here available for you whenever you need us. Please call us with any questions. Thank you very much.